Hi, this is Sean Nazarian, Senior Account Representative with Thomson Reuters, formerly Dr. Tax, and we're here to talk about our Canadian compliance software. So DT Max can do T1 personal taxes, T2 corporate taxes, T3 trust returns. It's one install to do all of those. Also, all the back years are also included, so it goes back up to 10 years. In this case, let's go ahead and pick a 2013 T1 tax return. I don't need to put in a password here. I'm a sole proprietor, but if I had multiple people doing tax returns, it's a good idea to give everybody the username and password if for audit purposes only to see who did what and when. So when we turn on the program, the first screen that we see is our client list. This is a list of our clients and where they are during their tax return. So as you can see here, this guy's ready to print. This one has no return done for this year. And so on and so forth. Our second tab brings us to our data entry, and right away you can notice something different. Well, first of all the information is on one screen. This is because it's easier to review, and we don't use digital representations of the CRA forms. The way we do it is through a unique keyword data entry system. And we believe this is a faster way of working. So if I wanted to add a T4 for Robert Martini, I'd simply click on the key sign here or hit the F11 key. I type in T4, and that would bring me to the T4 section. I could just go ahead and keep adding those in. Now, the other thing that's unique about DT Max is this right-hand side display. Here I can pull in information that is pertinent to this client, such as his last year's tax return. And it will show you the figures directly adjacent to that field. This is great for auditing purposes or to make sure that your client gave you the same slips this year as he gave you last year. Make sure he's not forgetting anything. I could pull in only his carry forward information if I wanted to, or his spouse's information. So what else can we do that's unique with DT Max? Well, how about tax planning scenarios? Now here we have his production return, and we're going to go ahead and create some scenarios for Robert Martini without actually messing around with the production return. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to pull in plan A. I'm going to copy over his production return. So this is an exact copy. I'm going to go ahead and rename, let's add the keyword plan title. I'm going to rename this plan, let's call it production. Okay, so we know what it is. And I'm going to recalculate the tax return. So this is Robert Martini's tax return. I'm going to go back and I'm going to create a scenario for Robert Martini. I'm going to copy it over from production again. This time, I think I'm going to remove an RSP contribution. So there's a $2,500 contribution here. I'm going to put 0 down. I'm going to rename it, let's say no RRSP, just so I know what I'm talking about. And now when I recalculate the return, I will get a side-by-side comparison. Now if I scroll up here and I take our planning summary, our page 1, you can see here plan A, which was his production return. And then in plan B, I put a no RRSP. That's just a label for me to know what it is. And as you can see here, the first two figures is the tax payable and the balance due. That's the first two things that show up. And followed by a line-by-line comparison of Robert Martini's tax return. Now what we're actually looking at here is the full tax return if you were to not do the RSP contribution. You can also take notice that you can create up to 6 different scenarios. So that's a quick view of DT Max. I'd like to thank you for taking this 5 minutes or so for taking a look at DT Max. Now, demo download is available. If you like to use DT Max and get a feel for what it looks like, you can call us at 1-800-663-7829 or go to dtmax.ca and download or request your demo of DT Max. If you'd like a live demo, you can give us a call, ask to talk to a sales rep, and we can actually demo DT Max for you live via webinar.